7:20 and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are. I'm 22 for a moment.
We have around 30 veterans that we send every year to the Golden Age Games. It's going to be in Birmingham, Alabama. And you have to be age 55 and up. And generally, you have to be treated at one of the Veterans Hospitals.
Okay.
And within the hospital here in San Diego, we have approximately 30, now all over the state of California. California is one of the biggest participants in the Veterans Games. For what reason, I don't know. I thought maybe Texas would even be bigger, but it's not. We're bigger than the largest amount of people that goes with from San Diego VA. We send about 30 different people.
Wow. Now, how much money do you need to send these people?
Well, usually it costs about, per person, is about $650 per person.
Wow.
The VA does not pay for it, so we ourselves, the veterans, go out and we try to raise the funds to do that. What I did was started a nonprofit veterans organization specifically to help the Veterans Golden Age Games, which is called Friends of Warfighters and Disabled Veterans. That we're still in the process of getting our tax ID number from the federal government. They take a little bit longer than usual, but so far everything is going okay with us. In the meantime, we've still been able to raise funds and turn it into the what we call the 1091 volunteer services here at the VA. That if people do donate, they're able to get their get a tax deduction for it.
Wow.
Get a receipt from the VA. So.
Wow. Now, are all these people disabled?
Most of them are yeah. All of us have something that's gone wrong with us. Some percentage of us is disabled.
Because I know our friend
one on the team that is not disabled, and when you get to the games, the majority of them are disabled as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guidelines is that you have to be treated at one of the VA hospitals.
Gotcha.
Across the United States.
I understand.
And you have to be 55 years old.
Now, what's your deadline for collecting funds?
June 1st is when we go to the game, so our deadline is probably May 30th. Right.
Yeah, I would think so. All right.
The last day of the month.
People who want to donate, how can they do that?
Well, they can send it directly to our address, if I can.
Sure, absolutely.
949 North Midway Drive, Escondido, California, 92027. And they can make the text out to Friends of Warfighters and Disabled Veterans. Or if they'd like, they can call me at 760-807-0697. And they will get a deduction. They will get a receipt from the VA.
Because it is a taxable deduction.
Yes, and we've generally had some success with the organizations or some of the businesses in the area that are supporting us. So that's good, even though it always comes up a little bit short where some of us still have to try to raise the money, ourselves, or turn in the money ourselves to support ourselves.
Sure. Well, I wish you the best of luck. It sounds like it's going to be fun.
Well, it is. The biggest thing, though, the reason for the games is not just to have fun. It's one of the premier events that helps the veteran deal with, the types of things they've dealt with in going through war, being injured, coming home and trying to live a normal life.
Sure.
And people never believe how great the games have been for the veterans that do go. And because of that, they're trying to start games for the younger age group. We got new veterans coming out now, injured and in some ways disabled because of both mentally and physically.
Wow.
They're trying to start some new games so that the other veterans can go in. It aids in our healing process. And that's the biggest thing about it. It aids in our healing process because we're around people that we've experienced some of the same things with. The camaraderie and being able to talk to those people that experience some of the same things like us has been great.
Well, I sure appreciate your time.
Well, I appreciate you calling us, and we appreciate you giving us a chance to let people know.
Well, let's see if we can get you some loot here before the end of the month, because time is running out.
Oh, yes, it is. It's close.
Kenneth, now, you served in what branch of the military?
I served in the Army.
Okay. And
Vietnam era.
You were in Vietnam?
Yes.
And
Vietnam era. I didn't go to Vietnam, but I was
the Vietnam era.
Worked on a lot of the veterans in Germany that were injured and came through Germany for recuperation.
So are you a medical person?
Not now. I used to be a professor in college.
Oh, okay.
Got out of the service and went and taught in college.
Wow.
But at the time I was in the service, I was a medic. This
Well,
is one of the hardest jobs you can have.
Oh, I can imagine.
During wartime.
I can imagine. I'm married to a nurse, but a lot of what she does is during peacetime. But I spent a year in Vietnam, so I understand how difficult things can be. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can participate. If you're 55, you can participate in the games, too.
Well, I'd love to do it.
As long as you have been treated here at the VA, you come to the VA for treatment.
No. I was one of the very lucky ones.
And that's another thing. A lot of veterans don't know that they can get treatment at the VA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's virtually inexpensive. And the VA has some of the best hospitals in the whole nation. In fact, this hospital is ranked in the top 5 in the nation year after year, and that's not amongst just VA hospitals. That's amongst all the hospitals.
Wow.
In the country.
No, I'm happy to tell you I was one of the lucky people, and I'm still pretty lucky. My wife has got a pretty good insurance situation, and being married to a nurse, medical care is pretty easy for us.
Right.
But I think that kind of leaves
a nurse also.
It kind of leaves things open for people who really need it.
Right, it does.
So, well, thank you so much for what you do, Kenneth, and best of luck in the games. We'll see if we can raise you some money.
Thank you very much, and I hope that people are listening and will be able to help us.
Well, we certainly hope so, Kenneth, and thank you again.